Hi, my name is Mari-Esther. I'm a graduate research assistant with the OTOK group. Today I'll be discussing how to collaborate with a local juvenile justice office to aid in refining their data system and improving internal data collection and analysis. I will be using a case study as an example to explain the process that I used. This is the first of a two-part series. This video is part A, and I'll be discussing steps 1 through 7 of the data system creation process. I completed 2 different site visits. The first site visit was over a span of 3 days, while the second site visit lasted 2 days, and another graduate research assistant accompanied me to aid in data input. There are 9 different steps that I took, which I will call my data system creation process. I'll provide a quick overview of the process and then provide a more in-depth explanation of each step with examples. The 9 steps are to listen, read, create, elicit feedback and adjust, input data, elicit feedback and adjust, analyze and interpret, teach the process and maintain. Again, in this Part A video, we'll only review steps 1 through 7. Steps 8 and 9 will be covered in Part B. So let us begin. The first step is to listen. Elicit input from administrators and staff regarding proposals, grants, and reporting demands. Listen to office supervisors regarding reporting and other responsibilities. Listen to staff to understand their job duties and what kind of data would help them complete certain job functions aimed at improving efficiency and effectiveness. The second step is to read. Review all proposals, grants, and reporting guidelines to understand the administrator's needs and perspective. Read job duties and understand existing databases used. The third step is to create. Construct a template based on information gathered, following specific needs of each office. In this instance, I looked at my notes based on speaking with the staff in the office, reading over the proposals, grants, and annual reports from the previous year. From my notes, I created templates using Excel. Excel was chosen as this is what is already used by the office in their data collection system program. The fourth step is to elicit feedback. Seek feedback from administration, supervisors, and staff. At various times while in their office, I would ask different staff what they thought about the spreadsheets I created. For instance, should I add anything extra or take away a category? The fifth step is to adjust. Tailor the template based on feedback provided. Remember that these steps are not set in stone and often are done in conjunction with one another. For instance, eliciting feedback, adjusting, and active listening occurs throughout the whole data collection creation process. There were approximately 10 different spreadsheets created for the office to use internally, ranging from tracking employee mileage, monthly contact visits, and programming information. Here are some examples of templates that were created for the office. The first example is what I call the intake tracking sheet. This sheet was created to capture all the information that may be gleaned from the intake process, which includes the KDAI, the Kansas Detention Assessment Instrument, NTA, Notice to Appear, Level 1 and Level 2 intakes. The second example is what I call the Supervisor Dashboard. This is a spreadsheet that provides a snapshot of monthly summary information that can be used for monthly, quarterly, yearly audit of operations. This Supervisor Dashboard in particular would be used for intake staff as it captures NTAs, KDAIs, Level 1 and Level 2 assessments with demographic and summary information that can be used to describe the youth population whom receive the services or refer to juvenile services. The third example is a monthly tracking sheet that was created for the ISO, Intensive Supervision Officer, to aid in keeping track of their caseload. This sheet incorporates certain categories like service providers contact, violation reports, treatment hours and services, and eligibility for good time. Now that we have discussed 3 different examples of spreadsheets that were created, adjusted, and approved, we are now ready to move on to step 6. The sixth step is to input data, which pushes you to establish a routine for data entry. All offices will be different, and it is vital that the data analyst remains flexible and follows the office's internal protocol and directives. A plan should be discussed ahead of time to keep the data confidential and secure. I took extra precautions since I was inputting data for a vulnerable population. As you recall in the beginning of the video, I indicated that I completed 2 trips out to this particular office to complete the data collection process. The first trip I was by myself, and the second trip another graduate data analyst joined me. Before heading out on our second trip, the graduate data analyst was briefed on the office's internal regulations, the spreadsheets, and data input process. This brings us to the 7th step. The 7th step is to elicit feedback and adjust. Continue to reevaluate needs and available data. Remember to remain transparent to all the staff at every stage of the data collection and system creation process. Before we left the office, we reviewed all of the spreadsheets created, the data that was inputted in the sheets, and how to continue the data input process. In this video, we discussed steps 1 through 7 of the data creation process used in a partner site. These steps were to listen, read, create, elicit feedback, adjust, input data, elicit feedback, and adjust. The next video, labeled Part B, will discuss the last 2 steps of the data creation process, which are to analyze and interpret, and teach the process and maintain the system. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you real soon in Part B. If you have any questions or would like more information, please visit us at our website at www.ourtownourkids.org. Thank you and have a great day.